Hey everyone, it's Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to get into all things budgeting using my budget planner, cash envelopes, and all of the things. So the first thing that I do before I get working on the next week's budget is, well, let's see how we did from the last pay period and how I am using the Elevated Life Co. Workbook Duo is at the bottom here. There's actually a section that specifies, well, what did you buy today? And we keep our receipts over here because you can get rewarded for scanning them in Fetch Rewards, Ibotta. There's many different apps that you can actually get cash back, and it earns gift cards, or you can transfer funds into a PayPal account. It's just a win-win because you're already doing the shopping, so why not get an added bonus? So we keep our receipts, and then with that, we track our spending. I don't think I've ever gone over this bottom piece of the weekly check-in before, so let me explain how I am doing this. Like I said, at the bottom, there's actually a section that states, what did you buy? So you can use this for your weekly tracking for your spending, and that's exactly what I am doing. So I'll mark off if we didn't buy anything, but as you can see, oh, I actually have to put a sticker here because I didn't buy anything on Wednesday. I have this color coded based on the categories that I track the variable spending. Ugh, okay, I said that kind of weird, but hopefully you followed me. So the categories that I personally am tracking, so that way I can notate where I may have to tweak our budget, we might have to revisit to adjust the numbers, is grocery, other, I'll explain that if you don't know what I'm talking about, gas, and then any unbudgeted. So you don't see eating out here because that's something that I personally don't track. My husband is the one that he manages that budget. We split up responsibilities because it just makes things a lot easier. My husband does more of like the eating out and he plans that out. So why not just have him manage that in his bank account? Whatever is left, he can use however he wishes, or we can save it. It all depends week by week. So that's why you don't see that tracked right here. My responsibility is the grocery shopping, and then this other is like anything else. So if we need household items, if I have to get something for personal care, my spending, all of that. So the same thing is my husband's responsibility. His is eating out, entertainment, and other. So we break down his budget that way, but I just transfer a total amount based on what we can manage in our budget for that pay period. And then that just goes direct deposit or transferred into his bank account, and then he manages that and he tracks that. So I hope that that makes sense. So for the week, from one pay period to the next, the budgeted amount for grocery was $75. That's our typical standard weekly budget for groceries. And so let's actually see what we are left with, and it should match, hopefully. This is messy. Budgeting can be messy and it's okay, but it's functional, and that's the most important thing. This is the one envelope that I use that I track my grocery budget and the other. Two things that I focus on week by week. This has really helped me personally. Again, personal finance is personal. Do whatever works for you, okay? I never want to say my way is the only way, because there are so many wonderful, wonderful women here and men that share budgeting tips and tricks that really do work for them, and it may work for someone else. So that's really what me sharing these tools and what I do, I hope that it can benefit one person that may have a similar mindset that I do. I tend to kind of get overwhelmed and stressed out. I don't really like to talk about this, but I have been and had suffered from anxiety. It gets to the point where you almost feel like you're suffocating. If you can relate to that, I completely understand, but recently I've been struggling with anxiety again. for many different reasons. And so I just wanted to simplify things, go back to how I used to do our budget, and just focus on one envelope in 2 categories, and that's it. And it really has helped us. I've been doing this again since March, and I've really seen a good impact on our personal budget and the variable spending. So if you can resonate at all, and if you want to maybe try out something new, I encourage you to just grab a 1 envelope and divide it into 2 and break it down by the weeks. So grocery, I should have $4.20 left over, and other, I should have $6.46 left over. So let's see where we are at, right, with the tracking, if I did the tracking right based on the receipts of what we have for groceries. So what we're gonna do is take my handy dandy calculator, you guys, and we're gonna count up or add up the pink, which represents the grocery transactions. So we spent $52 at Aldi on Saturday, and then we spent $17.80 at Walmart. And next we spent $1 at Publix. You guys, I've been couponing, very minimal, but it's for things that we actually need, and we've actually been saving some money. So I'm excited. If you guys want to see any like easy couponing trips or tips, then let me know in the comments down below. I post a little bit on Instagram. So yeah, anyways, all right, we are left, let's see, we spent, it says here, $70.80. So taking $75 budget minus the $70.80, and that leaves us with the $4.20. So that added up to our envelope. Next, let's look at the other budget. So we budgeted $50 and we spent $10 for pizza. You guys, I'm not proud of us with the meal planning and stuff. We ate out a little bit more. Sometimes I used my budget, the other, for eating out, and then my husband also used the actual eating out funds. It all depends. Again, personal finance is personal, so just do whatever works for you. All right, and then I went to Walmart on Sunday. Oops. And we spent $13.54. And I went to CVS for a couponing trip, so that was $20. So total for other comes out to be $43.54 if I did this correctly. We're gonna subtract the $50 budgeted amount, and so yeah, we're left still with $6.46. Then for gas, we did spend $70, and we have $5 left for gas. But I have something to say about this gas. I used a credit card to pump our gas tank because I not only get cash back on the credit card, but I have my credit card linked to Get Upside, which is a rewards app. It was requested for me to show how that works, so I will definitely kind of share a little bit of how the Get Upside app works. But you just can download it. I'll have it linked in my description box below. You can get like cents off of your gas, like per gallon, and you get rewarded for that. It actually is cash that you can have it be deposited in your bank account after you scan your receipt, after you get the receipt from the pump, and you get cash back. So yes, we pumped $70 worth, but from that visit, because there was some sort of a promotion, I got like $13 back in cash. So technically I got that money back and it went back into my bank account. So it was truly less than this. So I was so excited. I highly recommend you guys to try out that app. I used it all the time. I never really talk much about it, but it's definitely worth you checking out. It doesn't cost you anything more. We didn't spend anything for unbudgeted, so that is amazing. So we do have some money left over. I'm very proud. We could have had much more, but we didn't. So now let's get into the next week. So I'm actually going to move this today little tab, and I have the new week already decorated and set up. It is Easter weekend. I'm really excited about this, you guys. So today is Saturday when I'm filming this, and yesterday we did not spend any money. So I'm actually going to grab a no spend sticker. Oh, you know what? I should put that no spend over here because we didn't spend anything there. So I know we did not spend anything yesterday, which is amazing. But I have to do groceries and everything. Saturdays is usually my grocery day. So that's how it's gonna work out. So let's actually write in what our budgeted amount is for next week, and then we'll get to stuffing the cash envelopes, unstuffing some categories from my sinking funds to pay back our credit card. And I just hope that, you know, this makes sense to someone and it just encourages you to, I hope that it encourages you guys to get on a written budget, but do it in a fun way. Do it in a way that makes sense to you and your family. Let's not overcomplicate things. For groceries, we are budgeting out $75, which is the typical budget amount that we set aside for groceries each week. Now this week is a little bit different than most because, if you don't know, my husband, he works for himself and he gets paid based on job completion. So he's a carpenter, and typically we receive revenue from the jobs like each week, but this job was scheduled out like for a little bit longer, so he didn't receive that income from the job yet. So we are not going to receive an income, or we didn't receive an income yesterday, Friday. So what we are doing is we have funds set aside, kind of like a reserve that we can use in case he doesn't receive an income. So we just kind of do like a bare bones budget amount for the week for the needs. So all of our bills have already been accounted for. So all we're going to be focusing on is groceries and gas. So for gas, we are budgeting, let me take a look at my cheat sheet real quick to make sure of what the dollar amount is for gas. So we are budgeting $70 for that. Other is not getting anything. So nothing extra for like spending and stuff, which is fine. We're okay with that. And we have to obviously cover the needs. So $75 is going for groceries, and then $70 is going for gas just for this week. And then he should be receiving an income probably Tuesday or Wednesday, because he'll be completing that job within these couple of days, and then we'll be fine. So that is what the budget looks like. For gas, we don't cash withdraw gas. We use, like I said, we use our credit card and we pay it off as soon as possible, so we don't carry any balances. So yeah, this is what the week looks like. Let me know if you like me explaining the prior spending and, you know, how I use all of that. So isn't this so cute? Ah, I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, we're gonna get to stuffing the one cash envelope, unstuffing what is left over from the prior week, putting it towards savings challenges, and then we have to unstuff a category for my sinking funds. So I hope everybody's doing well, you guys. Let me set this aside, and then we'll get to unstuffing the one cash envelope. So yeah, I know this isn't like super cute, super pretty. Like, I love all of the fancy cash envelopes. I think they are so adorable. You guys know that I was using the dividers in my mini wallet. I still use one divider, which is my 2-bank divider. And yeah, that's what I do. So I have to unstuff this. So I should have a total of $10 cash, and then I have some change. So I do think, yeah, I have a $10 bill left. And what's going to happen with this is it's going to go to my 50 envelope challenge. And if you don't know, I made this. It's a Dollar Tree little box. I got these savings challenge cards from Jordan Budget's Etsy shop. So you can get your hands on those. And then I just made these out of scrapbook paper. Really easy. So they're labeled 1 through 50, and then another set 1 through 50. And depending on what money is left over in my one envelope, I will just put that towards one of the envelopes. And what is saved throughout is just going to go to our home savings, you guys. So I'm excited. And let's see if we have a 10. Yeah, we have a $10 savings challenge envelope that this is just going to go to. And we're just going to stuff that, and this is going to add up really, really quick, and I'll highlight this later on. But yeah, so I will highlight that. Let me just set this aside. This goes in my safe, and then the change, I still have some spending money from my birthday, so that's why you see cash in here. I don't include that in the budget amount because that's gift money, you know? And that's how I feel about it. So I do have to deposit some money to banks. So you see my 2-bank little divider. That was from my personal spending. I used a credit card to order something online. So I just have to deposit that and pay my credit card. So this is good, and it's unstuffed, and this is the change that is left over. We put the change in this change jug. So if this is accurate, which I don't know if this is truly accurate, you guys, but it says I should have $42.71 in here. Eventually, I'm going to be rolling these up, and this is going to go to investing. So now we have $43.07. Change does add up. It does add up. So as we said, $75 is what is going to grocery, and nothing is going to other. So we're going to stuff the $75. That's literally all I took from the bank. Nothing is going to sinking funds. We're not going to be doing any of that. Sometimes that's what happens, and it is okay because we have funds in our sinking fund. We have a savings account for emergency. We have at least 1 month saved. I'm so happy that we were able to achieve that. And let me actually show you the tracker. So I have this budget planner that's my goal, like my tracker binder, or excuse me, binder, my tracker planner. And I actually have an affiliate code, discount code, if you wanted to get your hands on this. But let me show you the tracker and how we're doing. So you see we filled up, we completed it, 1 month of expenses saved, and we completed it on the 1st. The goal was to have it completed by the end of this month of April, and we've already put money towards our home savings, so I just started coloring that in. So yeah, progress is progress, and I'm so excited about this. Let's just put this in our 1 month, and we'll get to tracking and being intentional this week, really making these dollars stretch because we're on a budget, and sometimes it's okay for things to be a little bit tight because I think you can be more intentional with your spending if you're on a budget. You know what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm saying. So now this is my log. I actually switch things up in this planner. This is actually looks like this. Let me show you how this page looks like. And I just covered up something. So it's really a debt update sheet. And I just take some label paper and I cover up that title and make my own little title. And this is my log for using sinking funds, using a credit card. And I have to withdraw from my sinking funds to pay the credit card. Because, you know, I don't carry this. This goes in my safe. I don't carry all of this cash with me everywhere I go. I carry my credit card. And if I know I have money that I've allocated for a specific transaction, I know I can cover that bill and I'm not going to be in debt. You know what I mean? We have to unstuff my budget essentials because I did order something from an Etsy shop to help with my, you know, me sharing budgeting tips and things. I do order like stickers and stuff because it's a part of what I share, right? So that is coming from my budget essentials, which is this. And we're gonna unstuff $15. So 10 and a 5. So that leaves us with 20, 30, 35, 40, and 1. And that's it. $15 is going to go into my 2bank. And we're going to go ahead and check this and we'll be good. So let me put this in my wallet. I'll set that aside. And I think we're good, you guys. That's really it. Very simple, very straight to the point. I hope that this motivated you, encouraged you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.